Thanks so much, Aditya. Thank you for accepting our invite and thank you for joining us.
Hi everyone. Hi Parth. Thank you so much for hosting me and allowing me to speak on a certain topic. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. We'll get started in a minute or two while the folks are joining. Um, why don't you, Aditya, if you want to share your introduction, like not in the traditional way, but like how did you get into SEO and like a brief introduction explaining your journey. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So I believe it's been 9 years I'm doing SEO. I've started my journey as a blogger during my college time. And as if I guess most of us, we start with a tech blog because we all have that kind of curiosity in technology. So I started as a tech blogger, did couple of affiliate websites as well. And got a internship in an SEO agency during my college time itself. So I joined there, worked for 2 months, and then they offered me a part-time role in their organization to work after office as well. And hence the journey started. I really loved what I was doing. I found my passion into it, and since then, the journey is still going on. I've worked with multiple companies, startups. So I am right now working with a company called NoBroker. It's into prop tech, and I'm heading their buyer vertical completely here. So it's been around 1.5 years I'm working here, but I was a core team member at Pocket FM. If you guys know, it's a startup. Apart from that, I have spent a significant amount of time at MPL, which is a gaming company. So overall, yeah, it's been a nice journey of around 9 years. I have worked in B2C and B2B both segments. And yeah, that's how the journey looks like.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing your journey in brief, Aditya. So good to have you here with SEO Talk community, and with close to a decade of experience in SEO, you have been working in product companies, and so we have a topic which aligns very much with your experience, and let's quickly dive into it. So I'll just set the basis for the conversation. So, uh, Aditya has been working for No Broker, and he has a couple of um, innovative techniques and tried and tested practices, which has helped him get success from hypothesis to execution at an enterprise brand. So, without further ado, let's get started. Cool. A couple of hygiene items before we get started. Those of you who have joined or those of you who are listening, um, raise your hand, ask questions, and we'll let you be on the stage. Um, if probably you are on the fence and you are probably shy to ask questions and come up on the stage, you can directly tweet using hashtag SEO Talk, and we'll take up questions from your tweets and ask to the guest. And those of you who are already listening and attending here right now, please interact with questions and answers by sharing, like reacting with emojis. I hope you all of you are attending it using a smartphone or a desktop, but yeah, you can um, react with emojis. And if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand. Awesome. Let's get started without any delay. And we'll first of all we'll take this conversation, start this conversation with challenges and strategies. So my very first question, Aditya, to you is, how do enterprise brands balance the need for agility within complex organizational process that are often plagued by slow implementation cycles?
Thank you, Parth. It's a very nice question. I guess that's where we always get stuck. Execution for a SEO is a very important thing, and we all have faced these challenges in past. Right. There are a couple of things which we can do and which I have done in past to speed it up. Right. One is prioritization. So whenever I interact with a product team, I have a set of tasks which needs to be done. And what I usually do is basically I try to prioritize my task. And there are times when even I have two P0s, right? In that point of time, I have to keep business in my mind and then go ahead and tell, what needs to be done. Building a personal relationships have really helped me a lot, right? I feel if we all can do that, it will be great helpful because I have worked with developers even at night to get my work done. I know I've got a lot of things done on the table just because of building a good personal relationship. And one major thing which I have got a feedback also from our tech team, while uh, talking to them that why they don't pick up our task very often, and what are their thoughts about SEO. So they feel that you guys just come to us, get your work done, and never tell us what happened. We as a tech spend our bandwidth, but we never get to know that what's going on, what numbers or what needle it's moving. So keep sharing impacts, no matter it's positive, it's negative, what kind of experiment you have done. So that thing have really helped me. In last 1 year, I was the first person in SEO team in NoBroker who was able to execute more than 50 plus stories in a year. Ideally, we have a two sprint thing goes in a month, and it's very difficult to get even one story done in a month. So doing 50 stories in a year is a challenge itself. So keep sharing impacts. Either it's positive, negative. Also, I have seen that sometime in SEO, right? Things take time to deliver, and we are not very sure how will it work. So in that case, is initial impacts also works, right? You can always share the projections. So those things works. Also, you have to always keep business in mind. So while going and talking about SEO stuff, and these are the changes you want to execute or any task you want to get done. So always talk about revenue numbers or how will it somehow impact the overall business or user experience in general. That I guess that those things have really helped me fastening up my execution task so far.
Oh, absolutely. That's such a valuable insight. I think so. It's game changing for anyone who is working at enterprise where the implementation cycles are long, and it's really important to get back to the one probably the engineering team, and let them also know what is success for SEO team because of their contribution. So they are also aligned. Fantastic point. Awesome. That brings me to the next question. What best practices do you recommend for handling website migrations in large scale enterprise without losing traffic or search engine rankings?
Interesting thing. I'll start with a small example what we have recently done at NoBroker, right? So we follow two different kind of structures at NoBroker. We have few URLs with underscore and few URLs with hyphen in it, and it was a challenge for us since the beginning that how to do it, and we were always scared to do this migration and redirection of converting our whole website to hyphen. And what I have learned and what we have done exactly is that doing it with a small section. So what we have done, we have picked up a smallest city for us where if things go south, we have the least impact on the business. So we started with a small city, we experimented it, monitored the impact, initial impact, and how Google is treating it, and then you do it. So ideally, I believe there are a lot of type of migrations which needs to be tackled differently. Like we do brand migrations, right? We do domain migration, subfolder to subdomain migration, or like there are a lot type of migrations which happens out there, but we need to basically strategize based on the requirement. But I have few pointers which are very general and common, which will be applicable to all type of migrations. One could be always experiment with a small section on a website and see how Google is treating it. Observe it, how Google is treating it, monitor it, and see, if you are able to regain your traffic back after the migration, right? And how much time it took for the regain, so that if you plan to do it perfectly and throughout the website, you can do a projection in a better way, right? Uh, One thing is with when you are going with the tech team, create a detailed document requirement, right? Requirement document. Mention each and everything, like very small things also, such as canonical tags, meta tags, right? Maybe if there is a content, heading tags, all those things. Uh, Another pointer could be that if it's possible, to check things on a staging website before it goes live on a live. So do a proper QC on staging and see if everything is coming as expected as you want it. And once it's live and done, everything is working fine. Do a rigorous testing. Try to break things in every way possible and see, if you are able to break it or not. So I guess these are a couple of pointers which have really helped me. I have handled a brand migration when I was working at a company called UB. It's a fintech B2B company. Earlier they were known as Cred Avenue, right? And the moment I joined, they renamed themselves as a UB. And I guess these are the common few things which I have followed that created a detailed documentation, uh, tested everything on staging, provided proper URL structure and meta tags, H1, proper URL mapping. If this is the old URL, how will be the new URL look like, and how should be the redirection status should be there, right? And all those things. So I guess these things have really helped me in past and should be helpful for others as well.
Lovely, lovely. That was such a detailed answer. And for all of our listeners who are tuning in, I think so you would be able to relate to what Aditya has shared. Yes, I think so. Rakesh has a question. Please go ahead.
Hi,
Yeah.
Rakesh.
Why no broker expanding new city?
Why no broker expanding new cities,
Yeah. So I'm living
or
in,
why not expanding?
yeah, like no more city. So I have a search about no broker in Surat, but there is a no service in Surat.
Right, right, right. So, our goal is basically to first excel in whatever cities we are into. And once we are able to capture more than 80 or 90% of the market in the current cities, we'll definitely expand it because it's, this no broker or any of such companies are a very operational heavy companies. And it takes a lot of cost in operating everything, right? Plus, based on our study, it seems that the 10 cities where we are right now working contribute to almost more than 70% of the overall prop tech revenue in India. So I guess these are two reasons. Though we have started a couple of services in Ahmedabad, uh, and we are in a plan to launch other a few cities like Ahmedabad, Indore, and Kolkata. So hopefully we'll be able to launch them soon.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Rakesh, and thank you, Aditya, for answering the query. Cool. We have a bunch of questions, interesting questions lined up. So we'll continue with our conversations, and in between, like, please keep on raising your hands, and we'll take up questions as well, and we'll open up for Q and A if we have enough time at the end of this session. Speaking of which, so the next question to you, Aditya, is how do you ensure seamless stakeholder management and upward reporting for SEO initiatives in a large enterprise brand?
Sure, Parth. So this is a very important thing, right? Because we come in between the product or other different stakeholders like product, execution team, and tech team, and then we have founders. So I'll tell my example. I report to the founder directly, right? So I have to give upward reporting to the founder, what's going on, and then I have to manage the stakeholders. Few things which have really helped me so far related to stakeholder. One, which I mentioned earlier as well, that building a personal relationships. I have got a lot of small tasks, got it done under the table just with the help of good personal relationships, saying hi, hello to the, tech folks and understand and even helping them with some of the issues or numbers they wanted to see. Right. And second thing, I would say that, ensure you take right problem to the right team to speed up the process. Right. If you know it's a design issue or maybe a front end team issue, right? First, you try to go and talk to the front end guy, discuss the problem with him, see what his take on it. If it's a very small thing for him, he'll quickly fix it. You don't even have to go in sprint planning and get it done. Otherwise, he'll understand the problem. He'll tell you, you go get the ticket created, right? And just give me the ticket link. I'll get it done quickly because it won't take much of a time. So those things have really helped me to manage it. So I first go and talk to the right person or right team, and then I go and talk to the product team and get my tickets or work done. Coming back to the other part of the question related to upward reporting, just a very basic thing that keep them in loop whenever you are raising tickets, whenever you are raising bugs on your website, or if you want some changes, you want to deploy some new changes on the website, right? Give them regular updates, status updates, also initial impact, as well as the most important thing for me actually, what matters for the to the founder is revenue. So if I'm getting done a technical ticket, uh, it hardly matters to him that what will it impact on a website and how will it impact, but what matters to him, okay, if you're getting this thing done, how much it will impact in with respect to revenue. So I always keep him in loop, on regular email. Whenever we are talking, we have a meeting. So I just go and tell them the regular updates that these are the tickets which have been discussed with the product team, and that's this is what's going on right now. So no matter if he's even asking me or not, but I go and tell them so that they know that there are things going on at the back end, and they should not see suddenly things coming up or going down. So I guess these things have really helped me so far. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I think so. This is really crucial, and building relationships and being transparent to your reportee is very reporting manager is very important.
Yeah. Yeah, even if
Speaking
things are not
of,
working out, right? It's
yeah,
sorry,
please
Yavar.
go on. No, go on,
No,
please go on.
just wanted to add one point that if things are even not working out, it's always go and tell them upfront. Because when they ask and you tell them, then it's a problem. So if I have got some work done and if it didn't work out as expected, I always go upfront and tell him before he asks me out. So it gives more credibility, but always go with a solution and with a real explanation that why this thing has not worked out. This was their expectation, and this is how it worked out, and this is the plan B you have in your mind, which you will be trying again to get this thing done. So yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. That's such a practical tip. I am sure the listeners would be able to learn a lot and relate to it. So, speaking of overcoming challenges while working with an enterprise brand, let's dive into the next section of technical SEO challenges for enterprise. So, I think so. We'll move it a little bit to Hindi, English. We'll keep it English. Is there anyone here who doesn't understand Hindi? Then you can raise your hand. Otherwise, we'll have this conversation Hindi English. So, अगर क्रॉलिंग की बात की जाए, क्रॉलेबिलिटी बात की जाए, एंटरप्राइज वेबसाइट्स में हजारों पेजेस होते हैं, हंड्रेड्स एंड थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पेजेस. सो
Right.
आपका क्या पर्सपेक्टिव है सर्वर साइड और क्लाइंट साइड रेंडरिंग में? अगर जावास्क्रिप्ट वाला वेबसाइट है तो व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन दैट?
Right. Yeah. So, Parth, basically, piche we have seen a lot of issues with this. Right now, NoBroker is SSR based, ठीक है? तो server side rendering support करते हैं. Google says कि it does support CSR, but as per my experience and my past experiences, I feel it doesn't give much value to it. And why I feel so is mostly it takes additional cost to render the website first and then crawl and index, right? So how the process looks like, जब भी Google या crawler आपकी website पे आता है, it first render the content on your website, then it crawl, and then it gets to indexing, and then the ranking part happens, right? So rendering itself is a cost for Google. छोटी वेबसाइट्स में एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम जहां पर एसईओ इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, शायद ये काम कर जाए, बट इन लॉन्ग रन इफ यू वांट टू स्केल एंड यू वांट टू गेट योर इंडेक्सिंग सॉर्टेड, I feel SSR is the only option you got. Right? People should prefer SSR for fast crawling, rendering, and indexing. So CSR is a challenge so far. I haven't seen any single website doing excellent SEO with respect to while having a CSR implemented.
Oh yeah, and just to add to that, जो भी LLMs है, वो भी जावास्क्रिप्ट बेस्ड वेबसाइट से, CSR वाले वेबसाइट से वो भी मतलब ट्रेन नहीं हो पाते हैं, मतलब I read this a couple of weeks before, but that's also a
Oh,
challenge.
interesting.
अगर yeah, fantastic point. And we are already 20 minutes down the line. And those of you who joined in last 5 minutes, we have our guest Aditya with us, who is the senior SEO manager at NoBroker. So tune in and we'll continue with our conversations. But if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand. And in the meantime, while you're listening, uh, please do interact and react with emojis. So let's make this session more and more interactive. Okay, awesome. Moving forward to the next question. Um, with such big websites like NoBroker, how one should avoid cannibalization issues that might occur, and how does internal linking for such massive websites?
Nice. यार ये uh, it's a challenge for us. So first thing is that हमारे लिए what really matters a lot is that do a thorough SERP analysis, right? Do a proper keyword intent check. You have to search your keyword or multiple sets of keyword and see what kind of search results are coming up. Also, what's the user intent on that keyword? And you have to also see if any of your pages are already ranking for those keyword, maybe bottom down the line. And if it's ranking, then we have to check whether the content is right, it's matching the intent or not, right? Secondly, whether this is the right fit. So first thing we do is we try to optimize that content which is already present and see if it's working out or not. If it's not working out, that gives us a hint that okay, there is a need of a new page for to fulfill this particular keyword. So that's the first step to avoid the cannibalization, or maybe just to be on a safer side. Right. So that's what we do. And once we launch our website, not sorry, not a website, but once we launch our category of pages, we monitor it thoroughly for a couple of days and see the impact. Uh, and we monitor it. So let's say we launched something, and after a month it started ranking perfectly fine, and it's not cannibalizing, or the result which was ranking, let's say on 10th position, and the new page which I have posted right now have started ranking in top three. So that's when we get to know, okay, this our initial research was helpful and it's working fine. And secondly, in case, in a worst case scenario, if it somehow start cannibalizing, we do a 410 to it. We change those pages and shut it down, or we do a 301. That's how we do with the cannibalization thing. And coming back to interlinking, we do a programmatic interlinking here. So what we have to do basically is we create a proper interlinking logic, right? And share it with the tech team. Though the core of interlinking is always remains same, such as relevancy, right? So, but we try to find logics by which tech team can find relevant pages and interlink them. So, for example, I have a page called Flat for Sale in Bangalore, right? So, what I would really want that page to link back is all the pages which are very popular in Bangalore, and should be saying sale in the URL, right? And most search on our platform. So like this is kind of logic we create and give. So what it happens is it automatically start interlinking flat for sale in Kormangla, flat for sale in Sarjapur, flat for sale in Indranagar and Whitefield, those kind of things. So this is a very small example, but basically in large scale of websites you can't do a manual interlinking. So we have to go to tech team, give them our logic that these are the set of pages. Whenever you find X in the URL, link Y in it. Right. So that's how it works out, Parth.
Wow, that's an excellent breakdown, and thanks for sharing with examples, Aditya. Moving forward to the last question of this section, technical SEO for enterprise brands. Do you guys have any questions? I would want to know the feedback from audience. Like, please react. Please keep on engaging. Raise your hand if you have any questions. We'll quickly move to the last question of this section, and then we'll again open up the space. So, what are the common technical pitfalls an enterprise brand could commit during migrations, and how can these be avoided proactively?
One of the major challenges which we have faced. So, we do face a lot of common pitfalls due to programmatic SEOs. Such as the one example which I shared earlier that what happens that when we ask them to launch a category such as flat for sale in Bangalore. So what they will do, they will launch flat for sale in Bangalore with underscore and hyphen both. So that's one of the case, and both start getting indexing, and it creates a problem of copied content. So we need to ensure that we have to do a proper QC to do that. They also, mess up with the internal linking. Sometime what happens, the wrong links are interlinked. For example, page is with hyphen, and it links the same version of a page with underscore, right? Or maybe it starts linking the page with query parameter in it, or maybe UTM parameters into it, which again creates a problem of those pages getting indexed and crawl in Google. uh, few of them I can think of is wrong H1 tag, wrong meta titles, issues with the pagination pages. What happens that uh, sometime we have a page content which can go till 10 number of pages, right? But due to programmatic SEO, what they do basically is they will create 50 pages and remaining 40 pages will go blank. All right. And a couple of few common problems also, such as different content for mobile and desktop, or maybe different content they will serve in web and different content they will serve in app. So we have seen, the on desktop it's looking fine while doing a QC, and the moment I open the page in mobile, it talks totally different, right? And while doing a programmatic SEO, we do a lot of variable combinations, right? So if you open our NoBroker website and open some pages, you will find a few contents which are, just uh, we are writing it down via programmatic SEO, and we use variables. So what happens a lot of time, variables value will go blank, right? Or it'll just go blank. So I guess these are the common pitfalls, technical pitfalls in large enterprises. It usually happens. Though we for an SEO, it's more like a very basic things, but tech teams always mess up with these things, right? And the only way to avoid them is to create a detailed requirement with mentioning each and every requirement in detail, especially highlighting things shouldn't be done. So what I do basically, I give them a proper interlinking structure. I explicitly mention the URL structure, the title tag, description, the content on the page, and then I do a proper QC the moment it goes live. So there is nothing much you can do to avoid it, apart from just creating a proper detailed document, and if possible to sit with the developer, and while he's working on deploying it, to check and measure everything is working fine.
That was such a detailed answer, Aditya. So, for all of our listeners who have tuned in tonight, what would you do if you faced with a similar challenge? Feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments, or probably using the hashtag SEO Talk. So, if you want to come up on the stage, if you want to ask questions, raise your hands, or you can tweet using hashtag SEO Talk as well. Cool. Moving forward to the most trending thing going on, and here is our space also trending with 17 members currently live. But yeah, the next section, or the next topic that we want to discuss around enterprise SEO is leveraging technology and AI. And the very first question I would want to ask to you, Aditya, is uh, while working at an enterprise brand like NoBroker, how can an SEO team effectively leverage AI for SEO tasks while maintaining quality and avoiding duplicate content issues?
Sure, Parth. Very few basic things over here. What I have done in past, what even I'm doing right now at my organization, while using AI such as Claude or maybe ChatGPT. Right. So with respect to, we use heavily on content. What we do is basically we use it to create our content outlines. We also use it, and tell our writers to use it to do a research, get some facts, figures around the content if it's required. It really helps us in topic identification as well. It's very good with respect to metadata creation. You can always create, multiple set of metadatas and do a A/B testing to improve your CTR, right? If you have written a very good content, it can also help you to optimize for schema markups. It can help you to, create tables, or maybe it can also help you to create a good summary, bullet points, right? One thing which I used to do manually earlier is writing a schema or a JSON for schema, but I'm right now using ChatGPT to create my schema markups, and it really works well, and it saves me a lot of time as well. So I guess these are a couple of things which I'm or we leverage AI at NoBroker. At some point of time, it also helps us to, create some data. It helps somewhere in reports as well while creating some reports or data in SEO. So those things I can think of right now.
Oh, that's really helpful, Aditya. So you touched on an important pointer of using AI tools. Like, could you name a few tools that you and your team uses on day-to-day basis, like the AI tools for SEO?
So right now we just use a premium version of ChatGPT. I guess that's what helping us. We have also used Surfer SEO. It's not a directly a AI tool, but they have a AI version in it in them, right? So we have tried and tested a couple of articles, fully fledged articles also written via Surfer SEO. We have used Claude for some point of time as well, right? So I guess these are the only few tools we are using with respect to AI as of now.
Oh yeah, I think so. Himanshu also joined this conversation. I can't find him right now, but a couple of minutes ago he was here, and he recently shared
Yeah.
something around a Hemingway editor. So I'm curious to know his thoughts, but
Yeah.
I think so. It's not around. We'll pick his brain when he's around. That's okay.
Yeah, Himanshu uses a lot of AI tools regarding video editing. So yeah, might be a good option.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Cool. So we'll move to the next question. So there are a lot of Google updates, Google algorithm updates coming up, and tools like Bard and Gemini. So, how will enterprise SEO teams need to adapt their keyword strategies and SERP analysis?
Interesting. I feel our forum and our blog team, these guys are looking so much into these things. So recently, I guess Semrush has introduced an AI overview feature. So what's happening? A lot of our blogs, which used to rank earlier, they're still ranking, but due to an AI overview on top of search results, we have lost a lot of traffic. So honestly, it's becoming difficult nowadays after introduction of AI overviews. It reduces the CTR massively. And one thing which we have learned is that content needs to be optimized for AI so that it can get picked up in AI overviews, right? SERP intent check and every keyword is with every keyword is very important. So and it needs to be done perfectly. While doing a new keyword research, we try to first see, what kind of search results are coming up, whether AI overviews are coming up or not, or maybe structured data or rich snippet or featured snippet is coming. So it's becoming difficult, but what we right now do is that we try to optimize our content for AI overviews. We try to avoid keywords where in a first go to where AI overviews are currently ranking, and wherever the ranking has been changed, we try to re-optimize it and revamp it. So I guess that's what we are doing right now with respect to Bard and Gemini, but I'm sure things will be difficult in coming days. Yep.
Oh, I totally agree. Things 2025 is going to be um, very the trends of AI tools being introduced every week, every month. The scale and the frequency is increasing. So if the SEOs will adapt, then only it's going to be. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult. Totally agree.
Right.
I still have interesting set of questions lined up for today's session, and I'll keep on asking those questions. But make sure if you guys have any questions from the audience, please raise your hand and we'll take it up. We have 20 more minutes to go. Okay, so moving forward to the next section, which has one of my favorite and I had the curiosity of asking these questions around the scalability and risk management while working for enterprises here. So my very first question to you, Aditya, is how do you approach risk management to ensure that any changes, whether it's technical or content related, don't significantly impact rankings?
Right. So this is, uh, I guess it's very generic thing what we do. Two things which has really helped us so far. So we do have couple of microsites. We do test out things on microsites and see how Google is treating them before launching anything on our main website. Whenever we feel that it could be risky. Second, we always go slow and try to experiment it, with a small set of sections. And right, like I shared an example, right, where we wanted to move our complete website from underscore to hyphen. But what we did basically, we picked up a small city because we had a doubt that what if it goes south and we change everything and we lost our ranking and traffic from that particular city. So the idea was to do it with a small city, and it worked out. And we started rolling it out for other cities as well now. So we always start doing small set of experiments on small sections. We do even have microsites to test it out, and we measure Google reaction on it, right? But honestly, we don't play very hard. We always have to come up with strategies that are proven. If possible, we also have to provide case studies and data to support our decisions because, in big enterprises, you as a SEO don't own the website. It's owned by product team, right? So they are very critical and skeptical about the website and the changes you want. So I have to always go and support everything with data, and it becomes very difficult for us to try out something new which was not done in past. So whenever I go and any of my team member goes to the tech team and product team and ask them to do some changes, they will always say, share a case study, which website have done this in past and it worked out well for them. So 90% of the time we play very safe because we try to do what have the what have happened in past by on any other website or any other niche. And if you are doing something for the first time in the industry, so I have explained it earlier that go slow, experiment with small section, have a confidence on your decision, try to convince leadership, and it will only happen when you have done or showcase good results in past. So I guess that's what we do. We also have couple of log checkers and everything in place, which keep on running 24 by 7 and monitor the website health, keep on auditing the website and let us know if anything happening wrong, going wrong on the website, just for a hygiene check. But apart from that, yeah, I guess these are the things.
Fantastic, Aditya. I think so. That's such a game-changing perspective from enterprise SEO point of view. Thanks for sharing that. And now let me turn this question around to our audience. Do you think enterprise SEO strategies? Um, Imagine handling SEO challenges at this scale, and how would you approach such high-stakes scenarios? Would you lead the data way, or focus on buy-in from your stakeholders? Whether you're working for an enterprise or mid-scale, like what would be your approach? Curious to know. Okay, moving forward to the next question. So, what scaling strategies exist to increase website traffic by millions of visitors per month? What is a typical enterprise KPI that you guys track and follow?
One of the favorite question of my founder, when we will increase our traffic by 2 million, 5 million. He always talks in millions. Uh, so I guess couple of things. One is identifying the right clusters. Uh, and you in big websites like NoBroker, we launch everything in on very scale. So we identify a right cluster where we see a overall potential. The search volume exists in millions, right? And then we plan a proper programmatic SEO on it and push thousands of pages in one go with a proper optimization on it, right? And I guess the one last thing which I might be doing is that regular re-optimization and cleanup of not performing pay content, right? Because if I tell you at NoBroker, we have around roughly 8 to 9 million pages on our website. And indexability is a major concern for any big website such as NoBroker. So you have to, acknowledge the content which is not performing well for you, and with the time, you have to keep cleaning up so that your new pages will get a chance to get indexed and crawl and rank on Google. We have seen that cleaning up have helped us, scale our website traffic suddenly in one core update. That we just removed the pages which were not performing or maybe not up to the mark, right? And suddenly we have seen after the core update that Google have given us all the content which we have re-optimized and cleaned up. It helped us to index no new pages and hence delivered us a lot of traffic. Yep, I guess that's it. Nothing very major. It's just that in normal SEO we do do a proper keyword research. When we cherry pick keywords and then launch a page. Here we have to identify a bunch of keywords in one go, like a category. For example, if I say new projects. So it will be a complete category. It will talk about new projects in Bangalore, new projects in Mumbai, new project in Thane, new projects in Gurgaon. Like it will just start automatically creating a category altogether and will launch pages in millions or in thousands in one go. So that's what happens, at enterprise level.
It's fascinating, Aditya, how you approach this particular challenge and how you solve it. I think so. Malarbai has a question. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, and Aditya, thanks for being on this show. Glad to hear all the conversation. I just wanted to go back to the point that you just mentioned about creating, say, multiple pages based on the focus keyword. So, in terms of publishing, do you publish at one go, or how do you stagger the publishing to ensure that, okay, it gets crawled and indexed appropriately?
Sure, Malar. Thank you so much for the question. So it all goes in one go. A full category goes live full-fledgedly in one go. And what we do basically while making them live, we make sure that these pages are properly getting live in sitemap. Also, at the same time, the interlinking should go live on a and relevant pages so that the indexing can go quickly. So that's what happens. Right now, we have seen that whenever we launch a full-fledged category, it idly picks up in less than 1 month for us in NoBroker, and it start giving us traffic. So recently, I have launched a category called as the luxury flats and ready to move in, and we launch everything in one go. We have also tried out couple of things in past where we have launched only bunch of pages. Like let's say the category required 1,000 pages, but we have launched only 100 pages to test it out whether Google even gives a value to it or not. Right, but in both ways it works out well. So what we have been doing in from past is just launching everything in one go.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, before I allow you to go on again from a programmatic point of view, so do you uh, want to reveal some kind of tools that you use to build those pages, etc.?
So right now we don't have a tool to build it. It goes via product or tech team. But what we do is we give them a logic. So let's say when I talked about I have to launch a luxury flat for sale as a category. So what I give them and tell them is, we have to create a page. I give them a structure, and I tell them, show a property on this page in this particular locality, which is more than 3 crore. Right? So it automatically creates a different content. So because if I have a page, let's say flat for sale in Bangalore, and I have a page says luxury flat for sale in Bangalore, we in both the pages will show the listing. But what will happen in flat for sale in Bangalore will show all the listing, whereas in luxury flat for sale in Bangalore will only show listings which are above 3 CR. Which also help users to interact with the right results. But nothing tool. We do use a tool called Botify to monitor our SEO activities at NoBroker, but nothing to launch pages in bulk. We have couple of internal dashboards to monitor and optimize it, but that's a custom-made dashboard. Let's say if I want to change H1 or title tags on thousands of pages in one go. But for that, we have internal dashboards which are created by internal tech team.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Parth, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aditya and Malarbai, for asking questions. Um, I want to take a moment to give a big shout out to the amazing women making waves in the SEO industry. A special shout out to Divya, Dipali, and Divya. There are two Divyas today attending the SEO Talk session. So thanks for joining and contributing to the SEO Talk community. Awesome. We'll move forward to the next question. So over to you, Aditya, again. And how important is diversification of organic traffic sources? Because now there are multiple search engines around, like, for example, Bing, Google Discover, YouTube, Google News. So, for while working for an enterprise brand in 2025 and beyond, how important is diversification?
I feel there isn't much of diversification you can do nowadays apart from Google and YouTube. For us, even 90 more than 98% of the traffic comes from Google, even at NoBroker. So we used to do web stories earlier to diversify our content and source of traffic, but it has stopped working now. So right now we just focus on Google and YouTube. Probably we even have to think and start optimizing for this AI overviews and as well as these AI tools like ChatGPT and Google ka Gemini and Microsoft ka Bard is there, right? So basically, we want to even optimize to get our answers over there. We are still looking into it, but nothing from a search engine perspective as of now, apart from Google and YouTube.
Sorry, Parth, if you're speaking, you're on mute.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. Thanks for answering that, Aditya. Yes, we have a question from the audience. Sheikh, please go ahead.
Thanks, Parthbhai, for giving the opportunity, and Aditya bhai on this day. I have the question about the PR, how the enterprises manage PR, and what are the KPIs they mostly follow. Like they have to separate the PR team, or they hand over to any other, like the other company or something.
Sure, Sheikh. So, ideally, it works in two ways. Uh, in my last organization, while I was working at NTL, they had a full-fledged internal team, PR team, as well as an agency to manage and help them out. Whereas at my current organization, we only have two or three folks heading our PR. They work with a lot of freelancers, agencies, reporters to get our stories live and pick. At NoBroker, we don't do a lot of paid PR, but we focus on a lot of organic PR where we can contribute, and we have built a good relationships with these news channels and these news websites. So and with the reporters as well. So hence we are able to make it live, but it works both ways with agencies, with freelancers as well as in-house. So I guess we are right now working within combination of all three, where we have in-house team as well as we work with agency and freelancer to get our stories live.
Thanks for asking that question, Sheikh, and thanks for sharing the digital PR game going on at the No Broker. Moving forward to the last section, measuring SEO success while working at SEO enterprise SEO brand. So, um, I'll ask this question. It's always ROI driven. What revenue does the SEO channel drive and all of that? But what are the key indicators or benchmarks to measure success effectively in the coming years?
Okay. Right. So, at the end, I guess what matters to leadership is how much you are contributing with respect to revenue, and no one looks at traffic after a certain stage in your organization. So I feel a few metrics which really matters to us right now, and which I showcase to uh, our meetings, regular meetings, is one is revenue, right? Obviously, second is traffic, but we also look at CTR numbers, traffic to lead conversion rate. If I'm bringing 1 million traffic, how much of it is giving me leads, right? And then lead to final goal conversion rate. And why I'm saying all these things is because you have a control on traffic, right? You can also control and optimize your CTR. Right. You at some point of time, if you do a good amount of CRO, and if you're good at it, you can also improvise your traffic to lead conversion rate. But once the lead has been generated, it goes to the post sales team, right? And there, the ball is in their code that how they are managing it. So sometime, my traffic is up, my lead numbers are up, but my end final goal, right, is down. So, but I have to be keep these numbers handy with me, so that, because obviously the revenue will be less, right? So I talk about all these numbers very often in my organization, and to tell them, I have worked great at my uh, place, because the traffic has increased, the CTR has improved, the traffic to lead conversion also is same or improved, but the lead to final conversion rate is less, and hence the revenue is less. So I guess these are the couple of things which, or you can say, SEO metrics, which you measure on an enterprise level on a regular basis.
Can't agree more. I think so. Revenue is on top of that list, and I think so. As AI and LLMs are coming into the picture, so GPT and um, OpenAI is coming up with their search engine kind of thing, but the muscle memory still belongs to Google. I think so. Attribution is going to be really really critical going forward. It's already a very debatable topic, but yeah, it's going to be more complex in the coming years. That's what I think. But
True,
let's move
true.
for, yes. Sorry, you were saying something.
No, no, I was saying, yeah, exactly. Matlab, even we face the same challenge. What happens for us is basically when anything is not contributed, or not stick with some team, it's given to organic. That's what's happening right now. So attribution is a challenge in big companies. Everyone try to, take the credit for the good thing, and whenever things are not working out, they just roll down it to the organic team. So I
Oh
don't know
yes,
when this
I
problem will get solved and when we'll have a proper tracking, but this is the major challenge.
yeah, I totally agree. I think so. Current, I think so. We have the most experienced person here, Malarba. He is the VP of marketing, so he would be able to add his thoughts here. But I think so. A blended cost per acquisition across the marketing channels, like across the digital marketing channels, is the only way to like avoid the attribution debate. But yeah, I think so. If he has any insights to share, and then we'll go to
It,
the last
it's
question.
more like attribution is always a game that is played between not just marketing but marketing, sales, and every other touch points in the world. So, I uh,
Uh,
but the way we kind of do is so it's more like a distributed attribution where we give a certain percentage based on what all touch points and where exactly in the journey those touch points were hit, right? So there, that is where we put some kind of weightages at each of the touch points and then decide, okay, this this is where the real attribution is driven from, and that's how the lead kind of has traveled through whatever closure or dropping, etc.
nice.
Thank,
That makes sense.
thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
that, Malar. It's already 10:30. We are up on time, but I'll quickly squeeze on if the guest allows. I'll quickly squeeze on the last question, and then we can wrap it up. Um, let's go. Okay. So Aditya, how do you foresee Google's vision for indexing multimedia such as videos, AI image recognition? So, how do you see enterprise SEO shaping up in 2025 and beyond?
Uh, sure, Parth. One thing, so videos are currently available on search engine indexing is already there, video and images, right? Uh, I honestly feel that SERP interface is pretty old, and it's due for a fresh update with a lot of new things. And we need to keep a strong eye on changes happening in SERP and keep on evolving to stay updated. I feel the landscape will change fast, and we won't be doing the same SEO in coming years. Optimizing for videos, optimizing for AI overviews, AI answers, featured snippets, you know, and maybe who knows, from a long time we're talking also about audio searches as well. So optimizing for all those things will be coming up in new year. I feel SEO is evolving way more faster, and the complete landscape will change in next 2 3 years at max. So we all have to keep active, stay updated, and keep evolving and learning more and more.
That's such a fantastic way to put it out. Awesome. Let's wrap this up. And this has been such a fantastic session. Uh, can't thank enough the guest tonight, Aditya. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible insights and expertise on enterprise SEO with the SEO Talk community today. I think so. Your practical tips, along with examples, provide so much value to our listeners, and we truly appreciate you taking the time to join us. Thanks so much, Aditya.